what if we couldn't fuck it up? What if all of the mistakes that we perceive are just based on, like, we think we're supposed to be doing something else, but we're not supposed to be doing anything else, because the purpose of life is simply to experience. There's nothing you actually have to do. I mean, there's ways to make your life more exciting and maybe feel a little bit more fulfilling, but there's nothing that you actually have to do. And this is where my problem with religion comes in. Because it tells you that you're bad, you're inherently bad, which is fucking false. We just came here to experience. An all-loving God does not condemn people to hell. That's the thing. People don't understand the hypocrisy that they preach. No, you're not going to hell. Unless you want to. If you want to experience hell, God's not going to say no. God is in the business of letting you experience everything you want to experience. Why? Because God is experiencing through you. God is playing through you. And does God make mistakes? No. So you can't make mistakes. This is all just a game of experience. What we think of as wrong or evil is not actually wrong or evil. What we think of as right or good is not actually right or good. Everything just is as it is. So my perception of God is that God is infinite intelligence, consciousness, isness, the thing that pervades all. God is everything. Even you and me. God was kind of just being God and was thinking, I want to have experiences. I want to know what love feels like. Which was just a sensation, of course. There was no word that associated with it. But in order to know what something is, you have to know what something isn't. So that's where the contrast came in. And then, God just wanted to keep experiencing more and more things. So there became more contrast, more types of beings, more types of plants, more types of experiences, different dimensions, dimensions with time, dimensions without time, things with bodies, things without bodies. Because God wanted to have all of the possible experiences in life. So we are a light aspect of God playing, seeing what it's like. So you can't mess up because God is just experiencing through you. And when God creates, He doesn't actually have to speak it. It's just, because God doesn't necessarily speak. It's just like a thought projection. It's just an energy, like you think and there it is. And because we are aspects of God, we have that same, made in His image. We have that same thing, except we live in a dense 3D world. So the denser and heavier our vibration is, the longer it takes for the thought vibration that we send out to become a physical reality in our experience. The stronger you believe it, the more power it has, the stronger the vibration is, the more that your vibration forms the molecules around in your reality to give you exactly what you were thinking. Does that make sense? Now, if we were to go back to like the original manuscripts of the Bible, because the one that we're working with today has a lot of oopsies in it, but also deliberate oopsies, so can't really rely on it too much. You gotta decode it. And then go to other things that were deliberately left out of the Bible, like the Book of Mary Magdalene, which was a part of, have you heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls? They were just discovered, I think, in like the 60s or something like that. And there was a group of 8 people who were tasked with translating the Dead Sea Scrolls. They developed over 400 documents. Guess how many have been released? Just like, I can't remember, it's somewhere between 4 and 8. There were, of those 8 people, 4 of them were Catholic/Christian. One of them was not religiously affiliated, who has since been denied access to the documents. I wonder why. Maybe it's because what they were finding has been threatening to the foundation of religions which run the entire world. Because when you think about it, religion kind of is a lot about fear. Fear of going to hell, fear of being punished, fear of missing out on something. So if you take that away and you say that there is essentially no right and wrong and you're not going to go to hell if you don't want to, shit, they lose a lot of power. Go out and have experiences, whatever you want. If you want to be depressed for a minute, that's okay. I want a wild life though. I want good money. I want good lovers. I want good experiences. I want to do some crazy shit. So here we go. By the way, just a reminder that everything I share is just a perspective. There's a million different ways that we can look at each of the things that I said today. Like one choosing to go to hell, that type of thing. There's so many elements to that. So many different perspectives on that. This is just one tiny little trickle of something that I shared, just in the hopes that maybe it would kind of float around in your field and you might like hear something from your guides or from God that might make you think, just like, oh, it's a possibility. That's all.